That's right, family. I was like, damn, where I'm at, man. Let me get on in here. I'm talking and shit and ain't even on the damn screen. You know I'm tripping. You feel me? Let me get all the way in here. That's right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasu Seti. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to not only the Sarasu Seti YouTube page, but the General Seti YouTube page, two dynamic powerhouse institutions on YouTube, giving you nothing but black power, black divinity. I want you to subscribe immediately. I want you to become a member. The link for the membership right down in the video description is in the chat. All you had to do is just click it. You get a video introduction, run down on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasu Seti General Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. The General got a new website up on Teachable, uploading a lot of dynamic curriculums, powerhouse programs, certificate courses. First one up, 25 Steps to the Redemption of Definitive Black Manhood, designed by the General strictly for the brothers. It's amazing, an amazing course. You can get a preview by clicking the link in the chat. Also included the Brotherhood of Heru Roundtable live stream, where the brothers meet once a week discussing very vital, important, powerful information pertinent to our growth and development. Get over there, check out that preview, check it out, check out the course, and become a brother, become a member today. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasu Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. Got something for your family I know you're going to like and love. Get over there, check out that catalog, get a discount, shop and save, save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, Seti University, over 2,500 videos, 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the General. There's not another website nowhere on the planet that could compare, compete. Become a member today. And everybody knows Seti popping on Patreon. We got some file up there right now, just dropped today. We're talking about, let me get it in there. The power of the old kingdom. The power of the old kingdom. Kemet is the GOAT of civilization. Mind-blowing pyramid age is up there right now. It was already 3 up there from 2 days ago. All on fire. Get over there. Click that link at the top of the chat. To all the family out there donated to the General, I thank you. I appreciate you. Those would like to donate, the link is in the chat. Thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels. King Seti, General Seti, Sarasu Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share with your family and friends. And comment, comment, comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. Let me go on and jump right on off into this video. See what's going on. It's escalating between Trump and Putin. Let's get the information because it's getting hot. When I tell you it's getting hot, it's getting hot. It's getting hot. You're gonna see some new shit going down now. Watch it, family. Let me get it up there.
Thank you very much, Matt, for being here. This was President Trump, more from him, SOT 1 guys, on this deal. This was in the Oval Office. You were there on this weapons deal to Ukraine. More details, listen.
We've made a deal today where we are going to be sending them weapons and they're going to be paying for them. The United States will not be having any payment made. We're not buying it, but we will manufacture it and they're going to be paying for it.
So what do you want people to know about this deal?
Well, I think it's very important to know, first of all, kind of the days of the United States sending unlimited taxpayer dollars to defend Ukraine are over. President Trump has made a very smart decision and an agreement with Nato, which says Europe and Canada will pay for the weapons. The United States will manufacture them. Obviously, we make the best weapons systems in the world, and everyone wants them, and we're going to prioritize those going to Ukraine. And what this says also to Vladimir Putin, I think, is very loud and clear, which is, we've given you a chance for peace. President Trump is a peacemaker, but if you want war, we will arm Ukraine.
So, I see what Ray say. Ray say, well, I wonder why what made Trump flip from being a Russian loyalist. Well, you know what? See, you see, Trump thinking he is, he a con man. You feel what I'm saying? So he thinking that he can, he can win Putin over. You see what I'm saying? By, with all that little slick talk, you know how them motherfuckers that, they negotiate, and he think he can really, and Putin see him as a con artist. You see, so he was thinking that maybe, that he could just talk his way out of the Ukraine thing, that he could get away with the resources and shit, and it didn't go his way. You see what I'm saying? And so he thought that, he could just, go in and it's going to sweet talk Vladimir. Vladimir ain't going for it. It is what it is. He like, fuck that. I ain't no fool. You understand? And he got the answer to them motherfucking oligarchs up there in Russia too. He ain't, and they ain't going for it. Yeah, they ain't going for it. They know what power is. They didn't have it. They know what it is. You know what I'm saying? And so fuck it. Donald Trump say, well, motherfucker, you ain't gonna fuck up my deal and shit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna arm the motherfucker. And now they talking about giving him a more advanced motherfucking missiles and shit and this, that, and the third that could really, they turning up the motherfucking heat. Yeah, Putin wants war. He wants war, but Russia can't beat the United States. It's just real talk. You understand what I'm saying? Russia can't beat the United States. They cannot do it. You feel me? And especially if United States is arming them. But what they doing, see, United States is like a motherfucking the Hydra. You know what I'm saying? Where you got you got 7 heads and shit. You know what I'm saying? So what they do, because NATO is under contract. You know what I'm saying? So what he doing is like, y'all motherfuckers, each one of y'all got to spend 2%. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And so you got to get this many planes, you got to get these many destroyers, you got to, and so all of that shit is linked in. So when they get ready to go to war, even though it don't belong to the United States per se, you got a lot of motherfuckers that putting down dollars that's gonna keep that military complex system. You're gonna keep them filthy rich, gonna keep them making planes forever, keep them making ships and shit and this, that, and the third. And with that money, they're gonna build the shipyards back up and shit. That's what they talking about doing. And so Russia, who they got? You think they got China. China is not gonna side with Russia all the way. They not. Because the thing is, China has got its own economy. You see what I'm saying? They thriving and shit. Why the fuck they gonna fuck they shit up? You know what I'm saying? When you think about what's going on with Ukraine and what's going on with Russia, them is literally they the same people. You see what I'm saying? And so they've been fighting for a long motherfucking time. You understand what I'm saying? You can't get in, that shit been going on for a minute now. You see what I'm saying? So, and so you got to let them do what the fuck they gonna do. So when it come down to the get down, you understand what I'm saying? I don't think, because you already know China already got Taiwan. You see what I'm saying? So whatever they building up in China, they intend to use that shit in Taiwan. You see what I'm saying? You think they're going to turn around and get into some shit with Russia and then and weaken their resources and weaken their stockpile to go fuck with Russia and Ukraine? Yeah, they'll give him a couple of, I don't know what they've been giving him. You see what I'm saying? I ain't heard them say, because they know what China produces. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know if they had used some Chinese weaponry or shit, they would know it. You know what I'm saying? Because they could tell each other's what type of armaments they make. You know what I'm saying? They got experts on that. They experts in everything they make. So if they had you, so I don't think China is even arming Russia like that. You feel what I'm saying? They might be buying a couple of things, but I don't think so. So China is, so they on their own. That's why they keep threatening with them nuclear bombs all the fucking time. You see what I'm saying? Because ultimately that's what they weighing on. You see what I'm saying? They done been warned over there for damn near 3 years. And they fucking they even accepting old men. You know what I mean? You know, you depleting your fucking youth. You see what I'm saying? You got a lot of your young men then died on the fucking battlefield. Okay, and you fighting Ukraine, which is technically, you know, they probably got about a 300,000, you know, maybe 400,000 man army, and you've been fighting a fucking for 3 years, and then you're gonna turn around and think you're gonna fight United States and NATO, and they fresh? Man, get the fuck out of here. The motherfuckers ain't ready to fight no war. Not with the US and NATO. No, it's not. That's impossible. Ain't nobody in their right mind gonna believe that he is ready. He gonna have to literally he gonna have to motherfucking draft damn near every man in Russia. He gonna have to draft damn near every man in Russia, and they gonna get to piling out of there, man, because they know he's at the point where he's not gonna be able to fight all them at one time. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. Man, North Korea can barely feed itself. Yeah, that's all showboating. Man, Kim Jong-un don't want no smoke. You see what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers over there, you can see they rib cage. You see what I'm saying? I mean, goddamn, South Korea didn't highly develop while North Korea, and that just show you. I'm going to just show you something. I'm going to just show you something now. Now, when they was fighting that Korean War, right? Listen to me when I tell you this. I want you to see this. I'm breaking this shit down so you can see it right before your eyes. Now, when they was fighting that Korean War, you had the United States back in the South. You see what I'm saying? They was back in South Korea. And then you had China backing North Korea. You see what I'm saying? And so after, it's been about 50, 60 years later, and see what the allies of North Korea, what have they done for North Korea? And look at what, you know, and say what you want to say. Look what the United States have done for South Korea. Them motherfuckers was over there with flip-flops and fucking rice. You know, they was over there with what they call them, with them little chopsticks and goddamn flip-flops. Now, South Korea is one of the most advanced nations on the planet. They're one of the most advanced nations on the goddamn planet. You feel what I'm saying? Motherfuckers say what they want to say. They got one of the thriving goddamn economies on the planet. Go to North Korea. What the fuck did China and them do for North Korea? What did Russia and them do? Them motherfuckers over there, goddamn it, they ain't even got seeds and put in the ground. They over there starving and shit, man. What the fuck? I mean, so that just show you right there. And so what the fuck? Y'all didn't do shit for North Korea. That motherfucker over there is like a recluse. You understand what I'm saying? They are like, I mean, a fucking recluse over there. So I mean, he could want war, but I don't think he's so enclosed. They so enclosed. I think as long as don't nobody fuck with North Korea, they comfortable just being you know, recluse and shit. Nobody go in, nobody go out. You see what I'm saying? Few motherfuckers come in a year. You know what I'm saying? That's what they tight like that. They okay. They're gonna build their bombs and shit. Make sure a motherfucker don't try to rush up on them. But I don't think that North Korea at all. And you can never say never though. Now that's what war is always based on, deception. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you had to have, you know, all the logistics and shit, and you know, to go to war with a motherfucking thriving economies that could feed their people and shit, and this, that, and the third. You see what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I think that they could be a formidable, but I don't think they could last that long. I just don't think so. You see what I'm saying? I just don't think so. Because they don't have no technology. They got nuclear bombs. And so the only thing you could do is say, and to threaten a motherfucker to, you know, but when it comes to conventional warfare, I do not believe that Russia, neither North Korea, Now, China is something different. You see what I'm saying? And China is something different. But North Korea and Russia don't want no smoke. Don't want no smoke with the U.S. They don't. That's just real talk. They don't want no motherfucking smoke. Straight up. They'll punish them. Straight up. Especially on the water and in the air. Punish them. You feel me? It's a wrap on that. And then when it come on the ground, if they can't beat Ukraine, ain't no fucking way they're going to beat the United States. That's just real talk. Just use your logic. That's real shit right there. You feel me? The United States is whooping Russia through a middleman. They putting a middleman, even though they bombing them. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if the United States was fighting Ukraine, that war would have been over goddamn 3 years ago. They would have been in there already. They would have been took the capital. Motherfucker Zelensky would be somewhere, in locked up some goddamn where, and they'll be in control. They've been to put a new puppet in there by now. You see what I'm saying? They've been put a puppet in there. You understand? Got somebody run the country and shit and this, that, and the third. They be signing contracts to go in that motherfucker, rebuild it back up and every motherfucking thing. You see what I'm saying? And they wouldn't in the United States wouldn't have did it like Russia. Russia trying to destroy that motherfucker. They trying to bomb every building in that motherfucker. They want to burn Ukraine. United States would have went in there, gone ahead and got them motherfuckers out of there, took it over, and put a motherfucking puppet in there to run that motherfucker. I'm just gonna be real with you. So that just show you the difference. They would not be fighting Ukraine because the only way they could have fought them if somebody would have gave them some weaponry. If they didn't, nobody gonna give them no weaponry. How they gonna fight? So you expecting that Russia was gonna give Ukraine? If they was allies, then that would be something different. You know what I'm saying? That would be something different. But I don't think that they would have supported Ukraine the way that the United States have supported Ukraine against Russia. I don't think they would have did it. You see what I'm saying? I don't think they would have did it. But anyway, Donald Trump is mad at Vladimir Putin because he's showing his ass up. He thought he could finagle Vladimir Putin, and he cannot do it. You understand what I'm saying? He's not gonna do it. And so he look embarrassed because he didn't told the world that he could get this shit done. His first 24 hours of fucking getting in office, and goddamn, here it's damn near almost 7-8 months and shit. And he ain't done a motherfucking thing. You see, he's bombing Russia, he bombing Ukraine every day. You understand? He's dropping heavy bombs on that motherfucker, and so. What you gonna do, man? He's not ready to end the war. He's not gonna end the war. So what the fuck is you gonna do? You see what I'm saying? Either y'all gonna let him take Ukraine or y'all gonna give them motherfuckers what they need to attack that motherfucker. And when they get to attacking Russia on an escalated level, this shit going up some notches. You could believe that. They're gonna get to talking that nuclear shit in a minute. You see what I'm saying? So, somebody gonna have to negotiate somewhere down the line. You know what I'm saying? But it don't look like it's gonna be anytime soon. You say fuck Russia, you fuck them. You right, shit. Don't nobody give a fuck about them. Shit, yeah, I don't. You understand what I'm saying? Shit, like I say, when it comes to fuck them, when it comes to this side over here, I'm riding with the family. You feel me? That don't mean everybody, it mean my family. And that's what I'm going to ride with. Got to make a decision somewhere. You best believe they riding with theirs. You can believe that. They riding with theirs. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? Everybody waving their flag and don't give a fuck where they at. China man over here waving his shit. They don't get out there like them sick ass, crazy ass Mexicans and get in and get their. But when they in a calm, they go over there to Chinatown. They got China, everything that is over there. You feel what I'm saying? You feel like you're in China. You see what I'm saying? That's what you feel like. So they support their shit. You see what I'm saying? Everybody, you go to Greek town and down in Greek town, they Greeking over there. You go over there to Germantown, they Germaning over there. They'll build the buildings look just like they in Germany. They support their team. Okay? We support our team the same motherfucking way. All right, family, hit that link. Get over there to Patreon, man. What a day. We done been on here for a minute broadcasting sacred science, politics, entertainment. We done did it all today, and we'll be black tomorrow. Get over there to Patreon, support family, and appreciate y'all. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black Power.